What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. One of these days, I'm going to have to go back and look and see exactly how much of this gets cut off at the beginning. Because I don't know. As soon as I hit start streaming, I just start talking. We got a big day today. I got through all the game film. We got a lot to cover. We didn't finish yesterday. Didn't get as far as I wanted to. So I want to jump right into it as soon as we can. But I'm going to wait and let everybody get in here. Hey, what's up, Zebra? Tom, Dino. Dino's got the #1 spot. Tom's coming in at #2. Zebra's #3. Oh, thank you, Zebra. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been trying to get fancy with my thumbnails lately. You know, it's bothered me for years. I've uploaded lower quality thumbnails because that's what YouTube said that the max they could do. And then come to find out, like a couple years ago, they changed it to where you can do, what's up, Rampage? They changed it where you can do like large, like high definition images. That was like 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't know. I don't keep up with this stuff, man. Max Crosby, yeah, boy, you're going to have fun, Rampage, watching some of this stuff tonight. I tell you, we are lacking. We are lacking in some crucial areas. But I tell you what, this is some good game film. It gets really, really good here. We're going to have a good time with this tonight. It's not all negative like it was in the first half. There was a little bit of good stuff in the first half, but the second half, man, oof, that was good football. You know, the Raiders might be having a fire sale soon. Things ain't working out the way they planned over there. Geno Smith throwing interceptions. They can't run the ball. Janty hasn't turned out to be. He's had one good game this year. What is it? Is it the offensive line? They just can't block, or is it the play calling? I don't know. I don't think I've watched a Raiders game this year. I definitely haven't watched any of their game film. I've been so far behind on game film. You know, normally I'll watch like our opponents coming up and stuff, but I say I've been behind, but I'm doing really good with getting, you know, because the NFL is getting this stuff out so fast, faster than they ever have. So I'm able to start first thing Monday morning. So I'm already done with our game film, and it's at midday Tuesday. Actually, I say midday, but it was like 6 o'clock when I finished. But that's also because I had a bunch of stuff I had to do today. Anyhow, let's cover some news real quick. I forgot to say this yesterday, but Egbuke was Rookie of the Month, Offensive Rookie of the Month. Gotti is going to the Cardinals game, not the Miami game. I was way off on that one. So it's the Cardinals game, which is November 30th. I'm pretty sure. We'll wait and see when he gets in here, if that's what. Molly said she thinks it was Justin Evans is who I said had the worst game of anybody I've ever watched. Although we had a center, what was his name? It wasn't Evan Deckers. It was whatever. That I swear he was drunk one game. He was drunk. He actually fell over one time before the ball was snapped. Just fell over. It was funny. I was like, this guy's drunk. Anyhow, couple of things. Again, I talked about their defensive line with Leonard Williams. I'm not going to focus on him in this that much. I'll show you some stuff with him. And then Brian Murphy and Jaron Reed were really good. #7 wasn't too bad either. Servassier Dennis, I'm going to say this, and I hate to say it, he's a liability, man. He really is. The guy's got to get up to speed. There's way too many plays. He's making more mistakes than he is plays, you know, and it's just not a good thing. He looks lost out there sometimes. We'll see some stuff, but I hate it too because I like Servassier. I like the way he plays, but sometimes it just seems like he doesn't know what's going on. So a very interesting thing about this game and this was probably the most interesting thing. It was right around the midway through the third quarter that I went, I am watching two exactly same teams. We were exactly the same. It was amazing. We were playing the same plays on offense and defense. I mean, they're copying our defense almost to a T, which of course is detrimental. If you, I don't know why would they would do that, but they don't blitz as much. But the funny thing is, in this game, we didn't blitz that much. So I don't know if this game was the two teams trying to emulate each other or so. It was very strange, very strange. It's like on the offense, we did almost the exact same stuff. We were doing these tosses. We were doing the screen game. We both quarterbacks, they're right-handed, but they were running boots to the left a lot. You know, more than we've seen before. Now, remember, when Canales came in, he wanted to do that. And that's the reason why Baker Mayfield got the job over Trask, because Trask could not boot to the left, but Baker Mayfield could. Anyhow, we got a lot of boots to the left in this game from both sides, which is very strange. A lot of deep passes in this game, but the defense was really, really similar. And we'll show you, I'll show you some of the stuff they do. That's exact. You'll recognize it right away. You'll be like, oh, that's Todd Bowles. They're copying Todd Bowles right there. I was going to show the Baker Mayfield talking crap to the fans, but I don't want to because he cussed quite a bit in it. But yeah, he was going off, man. He was going off. Dennis is going to shut McCaffrey down. Yeah. Hopefully. Let me see. I want to look and see. I had some stuff saved for news real quick. We'll get that out of the way. This one is Bucky Irvin. They're talking about his shoulder. Yeah, his shoulder is more of an issue than his foot. He has a shoulder subluxation. So he's going to be out for another 2 weeks minimum, probably. That sucks. Sucks for my fantasy team. Speaking of fantasy teams, I am dogging it up in our fantasy league, man. I haven't won yet. I'm 0-5. It's embarrassing. But I'm going to use the Todd Bowles excuse and be like, I've been injured. I've had 5 guys go on injured reserve. Joe Burrow, O'Connor, who was the wide receiver? I've just had a whole string. Even the guy I got Connor's running back replacement. He went on injured reserve. Benson, I'm like, I just can't win. The Buccaneers have scored 20-plus points in 20 consecutive games. That's the longest active streak in the NFL. We scored points, man. Not as much as we were last year, but you play us, it's not going to be a low-scoring game. I'm ready to get into this game, Phil. Baker Mayfield is the first quarterback ever to have 375-plus pass yards and fewer than 5 incompletions in a regular season game. That's crazy. That's wild. Going through all my news real quick. Oh, Joe Bucks fan took a page down. I wonder what that was. I wish I could have kept it. All right. Oh, did y'all see where that Meow Mix, a Panthers podcast, quit? They shut down because they were like, yeah, we can't watch this team anymore. Or we can't talk about it. They were like, we can't talk about this team anymore. I was like, woof. You know, that's rough. They didn't look near as bad as the Cardinals did, though. I don't know what the Cardinals were going through, man, but they're just a bad team. Cardinals are bad football. All right. Okay. I was not able to look at any news today. Let me skim it real quick. Those were just things that I had saved. What do y'all got going on over there? Okay. It's unclear whether the NFL will hold Pro Bowl games this year. Wow. That's wild. Okay. Football. Okay. Okay. Nothing interesting there. All right. What are y'all talking about? Jets are imploding. Yeah. They it's oof. It's a lot of things with the Raiders. I tell you, the Jets have been so bad for so long. Last night's game, yeah. Refs are a joke. Hey, what's up, Raw? Well, thank you, man. Yeah, this is the only throwback thing I've got besides my flag and some stuff. I like don't have any jerseys or clothes. But I'm going to get a 50th anniversary jersey though. Got to, man. Yeah, Flacco got traded. Sanders is one step closer to being the starting quarterback for the Browns. Man, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. It's going to happen. We all know it's going to happen, and it's going to be the biggest clown show on the planet because he sucks. Okay. Y'all ready to watch some game film? We got to get this stuff going, man. We got a lot to cover. I'm going to try to pay attention to chat while I go through this because we got some time. All right. There's some great stuff. There's a little gnat or something in here. So if you see something flying across the screen, that's what that is. All right. We covered this one, right? I think. Y'all let me know. Yeah, Wirfs doesn't see 7 come in. This was a weird, I don't know who called this blocking scheme, but it was absolute trash. I mean, 7 just comes in untouched. You know? And Wirfs is like, oh, dude. And there goes Otten. We had a few plays like this where, you know, we made mistakes, but we pushed through it. Yeah, I love that hurdle. Whip, and then he keeps on going. Yeah, we did this one yesterday. I thought I had marked. Oh, okay. Here's a cool one. Y'all probably saw this during the broadcast. Remember when White's shoe come off? Rashad White, his shoe comes off, right? There's a reason why his shoe comes off. This dude pulls it off right here. He pulls it off, and then watch. He's got it in his hand right there. He stands up and he throws it. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. You're not allowed to do that. That is called unsportsmanlike conduct. You're not allowed to take equipment off of your opponent and throw it. Yeah, he just grabs his shoe, rips it off right there, and then throws it. Yeah, you can't do that. Come on, man. This is supposed to be the happy league, right? The family-friendly league. Can't do stuff like that. Okay, this is still, we're still in the first half. So I'm going to zip through this real quick. On this one, again, special teams. And again, I don't really want to focus a whole lot on special teams. Nelson gets held here. I think here. Yeah, see, he's getting held there. And he turns around and he's like, hey. But Jacob Parrish, where is Parrish? This was yesterday that I did this, so I don't remember. Oh, here's Parrish, I think. He takes a bad angle here, gets in the way of our guys. Now, where am I looking at? Where is Parrish? Man, see, I can't see these numbers. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. Right. So he's got this guy dead to rights, the runner. And then he just, I don't know. It's a weird angle. And he ends up taking out a bunch of our guys right there. Look at that. He had him dead to rights there. Special teams played so bad. So bad. I do have a few special teams plays. This one's for you, Rampage. Every time we got a Servassier Dennis play, I'm gonna dedicate it to you. Here is Servassier Dennis not knowing what's going on. Here he is here. That's a handoff. That's a handoff, Dennis. Where are you running to? Where are you running? He's still not even looking. He's the only one on the field that doesn't realize that the running back has the ball. And I don't know why he was running out there. He doesn't have anything to do out there. I mean, it's very strange. I don't know what he's doing. You've already got two guys out there in coverage. What are you doing, Dennis? And they run right where he was supposed to be. That's his gap. You can see it better from the end zone angle. Look, here he is. Here he is. He just turns around and runs off. If somebody can explain that to me, I would be much obliged. I'm saying, man, he's a liability. And I hate it because I like the guy. I like the guy. He just got to get his head on, man. He's got to get his head on straight. All right. This is Kendall Vildor. This is man coverage. Look at that. He gets burned right away. I mean, he's playing way too soft, especially for man coverage. This is man. And he just gets roasted. Look at this. I don't know what. Sometimes you just wonder what is Bowles teaching these guys. We're still in the first half, so the good stuff's not coming up yet. All right, here's a Logan Hall. Where's Logan Hall? Right here. He does a great spin move here, but I mean, he's bull rushing, nice, gets the guy off balance, and then spins. This is beautiful spin. Whoop! Right there. Look. There's Sam Darnold right there in his face. They literally he hits Sam Darnold in the face with his arm as he's spinning around, and he doesn't get the sack. What? I mean, great move. It was really beautiful. You know, I mean, he's getting, and he's probably getting held over here on this side is why he spins. Zip. And he's right there. That should have been a sack all day. And then he goes and gets in the way of, who's that, Yaya over there? It's just, that's the difference between just a guy and the elite players, right? You don't get chances like that all the time, man. I mean, and to literally run into the quarterback. I don't know, man. What's up? I got jokes. Long time no see, but Rashad, what's up? Yeah, it was a great game. Great game. This All22 has been a complete delight to watch. Learned a lot about our team. And a lot of it I learned about our team because the team we were playing, the Seahawks, played exactly like we do. Same thing, same. It was amazing. Their defense was the same. Their offense was the same. And I think Grizzard realized that. And he was like, wait a minute, I played these guys in practice all the time with this same formation. And that's why in the second half, we just started killing them. Because he was like, I know exactly what they're going to do. We've been through this. Dennis and Mom was calling for some Campbell soup. He just pieced out. He was like, guys, I'll catch y'all later. I'm going to the locker room. Trust me, there's quite a bit more of Dennis in this game film. We got some good stuff going on though. All right, here we get Yaya goes inside, of course, and he gets in the way of Logan Hall, and then he gets pancaked. He leaves the outside totally open and a big hole up the middle. Hall spins and gets taken out of the play. Hall does another spin move. Vita again just dominates. Okay, so Yaya goes inside. Boom. Here's Logan Hall. They twist. Logan Hall gets out here and spins and then just gets completely taken out of the play. So let's look at that first. I don't think it was a true twist or stunt. I think Logan wasn't going to do it until Yaya comes in. And for some reason, he gets right up in the middle, right there. I don't know if he's trying to knock that guy off of Logan. And then Logan's trying to, right there, he spins and then he falls, taking up play. Look, Yaya gets crushed. He gets pancaked. He sacrificed himself, though. Vita, of course, he swipes 75 so hard. 75, look at, he throws 75 off balance. Just whoop, right there. Look, 75 almost falls down. And then he drives this guy right back into the quarterback. Almost gets his hand up there, too. Look at that. Vita's very good about putting his hands up. He ain't got no vertical whatsoever, but he always puts his hands up, even when he's doing a spin. Yeah. Okay, now this one, I was yelling at the TV that this was a penalty. You'll see, that's Levante David out here, right? I think. Yeah. And see that? Y'all see that? That guy just pushed Levante. He pushed him good 4 yards. Right here. He comes out, pushes him. Look at this. Levante's way out here. He catches the ball. Levante tackles him. And then Levante's yelling at the refs. Watch, he gets up and immediately he's like, they were pushing. You see him? He's like, he was pushing off. Right? See, he did it again. It's like he pushed off of it. And, I was mad. I was like, how in the world do they not see that? There was literally a ref standing right here. There's a ref right here. But then I was like, I'm going to find the rule, because this is what I do. I'll be like, I'm going to go find the rule to where you can't do that. I know you can use physical contact within 5 yards, but wide receivers are not allowed to do crap like this within 1 yard. Now, if the defender, made contact with him, then he can push him off and all that stuff. But that's only within 5 yards, right? Well, I looked it up. There's no rule against this. You can do this. I had no idea. I had no idea. As long as the ball is not in the air and he does chuck him right at the 5 yard mark. And as you can see, the ball is just now being released. I did not know you could do this. There's so many rules, man, and they're all so complex anymore. But yeah, that's legal. I had no idea. But then again, you know, I think it's one of those rules where they could call it and everybody would go, well, yeah, that was illegal because it looks illegal. But yeah, I was yelling at the TV on that one. Oh man, this one here. Here's another one for you, Rampage. Servassier. Vildor gets beat for a touchdown, but he plays it right. You know, you can see the way he's standing. He's keeping this from being a corner. You know, he's shutting down the corner because he's got inside help. This is exactly how you play it, right? He shuts down that outside, and you've got Dennis right here. This should not have been. I mean, it's a beautiful pass. It really is. Up, boom! Look at that, right in the breadbasket. But it zips kind of right by Dennis. That's Dennis right here. And there's a reason why. Because he's not watching. Okay. So keep an eye on Dennis, right? All right, he's looking at the quarterback. He's looking at the quarterback. He's backing up right there. He turns his head and he's looking over here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. Look, he's still looking over there. And then he's turning his head back around. Ball's already in there. He never sees the quarterback throw that ball. And he's supposed to be protecting this area, just like this guy is. You're supposed to be protecting this. He should have been in a position to at least jump up and get that ball. And as you can see, he kind of tries a little bit, but he's way out of position, man. And it's because I don't know why, he turned around and looked over here. Darnold's throwing the ball. And then by the time he gets his head back around, the ball is already in the air. Great throw. That was a great throw. But Vildor played that perfectly. You know, I mean, of course, you'd like to see him get more close right here. But he figures I've got inside help, or I've got over the top help. I've got inside help. There's no way they're going to be able to squeeze that ball in there. And then Dennis is drifting over this way and leaves a hole big enough for Darnold to throw that ball. Boop. It's just little things. That was a little thing. But I think you could see it really good here, how he's got his head turned while Darnold's throwing the ball. He's not paying attention to the quarterback. Okay. Yeah, you can see his head turn right here. Right there. And then Darnold zips it. Boom. And then he's out of position. Not saying he would have defended it or anything, but it would have been a more difficult throw. All right, now we're going into the second half. What are y'all saying out there? What's up? I don't even know how to pronounce their name. Create some. Yeah, pay attention to your assignment, dude, man. We've caught Dennis doing that before, but he's really kind of a rookie. This is only at this point it's probably about about the fourth game he started. But he's got to get on his P's and Q's, man. It gets worse too. We'll see some more stuff here. Obtuse. Obtuse angle. Yeah, that was a great throw. Sam Darnold threw some absolute darts in this game. I don't, Tom, I don't know why Vildor was out there. I don't know why. I guess we should look and see who was out there. Yeah, you were so mad about that. You texted me. You were angry. Tom, yeah, I looked it up, and that play, there is no rule against that play. Now, defenders can engage within 5 yards, right? But they have to do it constantly. You can't wait until they come off the line and then hit them, or you can't press them at the line and then engage with them later. But you can do it within 5 yards. The offense, there's no rule. They can't block, but they can hit the defender as long as the ball isn't in the air. I mean, it doesn't say that anywhere, but the way the rules are written, that's how I read it. And I'm like, really? Because that was blatant. I mean, he shoved that guy he shoved David right in front of that referee. And the referee was just like, that's not a foul. How many snaps did Vildor get? Let me see. I know he didn't play a whole lot. Oh, gosh, no, he did. He played 34 snaps. He played over half the snaps, 56%. Good grief. But yeah, it's good point by Tom. Why do we let why did we have him on the number 1 receiver? I guess Todd thinks that anybody can handle anybody out there. Is that Jackson Smith, Jigiba, whatever his name is? Is he playing well all year, or did he just like pop out for this game? I don't know. Okay. The one play where 31 got beat, when was that, Zebra? Okay, naked boot. This is a totally naked boot to the left. To the left. It's wild. It's wild how many boots to the left there was in this game. I swear it's like we both had the same exact playbook. Okay, this fooled our whole defense. If you watch, Darnold does a pitch here, fake pitch right there. It fooled everybody. Look, all of our linebackers are going there. Yaya is unblocked. He's got a straight line to the quarterback, but he thinks it's a pitch. So you see him, he starts to run down the back of the line. And that allows Darnold to get 5 yards on him. Look, it's not till look at that. He's got 5 yards on him right there. If Yaya would have been cognizant, I guess, or not falling for this pitch, he would have clobbered Darnold about right here. He would have clobbered him. But as it stands, he had to do this big loop around. But yeah, everybody got fooled by this. And you can see Levante right here. He ends up grabbing this guy because, of course, it's a boot. You know, they got their 3 levels going, short, medium, long. And Levante realized it right at the end here, and he grabs number 10, and he does completely hold him. He gets a penalty. You'll see a flag come in right here. And then you see, who is this? Tyke Smith, I think he's freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, I got to run all the way back there. Look, he's trying to cover this guy. Dennis leaves his guy because, of course, he didn't expect the crosser there. He was looking for the pitch, so he gets burned, and that's, of course, where the ball goes. Oh, no, it goes way down here. Oh, yeah, it could have gone here. Yeah, it could have gone there for sure. He throws this ball, and this is an absolutely trash pass. Yaya does get his hand right up there, so he can't get full extension on his release. And this is a duck, man. I mean, it goes way up there. Receiver does a really good job. He's got to slow down, adjust his angle, and then if you watch, he leans forward and boxes. Who is this? I think it's Parrish. But see, he jumps forward and boxes Parrish out here. And then he has to stretch back to catch the pass. That's a really nice play by that wide receiver. Because I'm pretty sure that's Parrish. Gosh, I can't read these numbers for nothing. He was going for it, man. He had an interception. He had the interception. But looking at, let me go back, see if this is, yeah, I don't know why Winfield runs all the way from back here, all the way over here. And then McCullum runs from all the way over here, all the way back here. It's very strange. You know, it just, this play caught us completely by surprise. It was a really nice play. It's executed very well. I was very impressed with that wide receivers. That was a very heads-up play on a very bad pass. And Yaya gets there, man. I mean, his hand is there. You can see it right there. As soon as the ball's released, you can see he's pushing his arm. So Darnold cannot get a full release on that thing. And it goes way up in the air. And Parrish is going for the ball here. And he would have had it too. But 83 angles in with him and boxes him out. That's a really good play. And a good catch too. It's good football, man. Juked us out. That was a nice fake toss. It burned us all. And you know Levante doesn't fall for that stuff too much. All right, Winfield gets held by number 11 here. Here's 11. Here's Winfield. Here's the runner. Right here. See, Winfield's trying to get out there. 11 grabs him. And he can't get out there. Again, referee right here, I don't know what he was looking at. And I bet on the broadcast version, you can see it really good. Look, he's sitting there going, what the? And then nice tackle there. He saved the touchdown, 23 did. Now, I didn't like David's effort on this or Yaya's. They both just kind of lollygagged after they saw the play was going to the left. You know, David gets blocked up. Can't really see it there. Anyhow. Okay, here we go. Here you go, Rampage. Here's another Servassier Dennis. Now we're at this is the first defensive series in the second half. Under Todd Bowles, never going to happen. Okay. Servassier is way out of position here. He doesn't know who has the ball. Here's Servassier. He loses track of who has the ball. Now you see, he's going this way. He's going towards the quarterback. The running back's got the ball right here, and running back ends up going out this way. And look, it's not till right there that he realizes, oh crap, this guy's got the ball. I mean, way out of position, way out. I mean, he was the reason why. I mean, he's right there. He's supposed to You know, this is his assignment right here. Man, oof. Right, Zebra? It does. It just makes you go, oh, yeesh. He just loses track of the ball. He thinks the quarterback still got it. See, he's still looking in the backfield right there. And it's not till right there he goes, oh, crap. There's the running back. This guy's got the ball. David comes in and gets a hit on him, but a little too late. So a lot of Servassier Dennis, and trust me, there's more fun stuff with him coming up. All right, let's look at some offense. This is 3rd and 4. This is a beautiful play. Great communication between Mayfield and Godwin. This was really great. I love this. And I want y'all to look at this defense, right? Tell me what this looks like. Tell me what this defense looks like. Just look at the defense. Tell me what that defense looks like. Oh my gosh. You got defensive ends or outside linebackers going back into coverage. We're showing blitz and then everybody runs to a spot. This is 100% Todd Bowles. I mean, it's like they stole our playbook. But here's the beautiful thing. This was so nice, man. All right. You can see Mayfield calls an audible. He's thinking, all right, they're going to blitz, right? So he calls an audible. He brings Rashad up front. We haven't seen this in a while. Rashad goes up and talks. He says something to him, and then he stays here, right? So they're expecting this blitz, or at least preparing for it, right? Along with that preparation comes the hot route. Guess who's the hot route? Boom. This was beautiful. I mean, I'm just like, and this was all communicated pre-snap, and it's almost like they knew what was coming, and he sits right in there, and Baker Mayfield throws it before he's even turned around. I love this play. He's just, and then, boop. Look at this. 4 guys are converging on him. I remember this during the game. I was like, no, not what Godwin. And he gets down. He's a tough dude, man. But, Baker and Godwin, they, good communication there with that hot on the blitz. They didn't blitz, but yeah, so good. Hey, what's up, Gulliver? So good. I mean, it was just really pretty, really pretty. And if you notice with this defense, guys are running to a spot and they're not paying attention to what's going on the field. Tell me what that reminds you of. Tell me what that reminds you of. And how many guys they got covering grass here? They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys covering 3. And you could say 2 were open. But yeah, I'd love that play. That's high level professional stuff right there, man. Okay. And this is just to show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. Boot left. Naked boot left. I can't tell you how many of those I've seen in this game between both teams. That's crazy. And then, of course, you've got your 3 levels, your low, medium, high. He was going to do the out here. But, I mean, this is pure naked, man. Good blocking by Wirfs there. Keeping that, that edge to the inside. It looks like 17. I don't know what, I honestly don't know what 17 was going to do here. I think 17 was supposed to kind of push on 94 a little bit. But lucky for him, Wirfs got out there. I don't know what 17 was supposed to be doing here. I don't know. I'm not even sure if he knows. I think the way Wirfs played, you know, the way he goes to inside first, I think 17 was supposed to make sure 94 didn't come upfield, but that would have been a disaster. And then here's Tez. I like Tez. He's fast. $15 was open for a huge gain. Was that this play? The play before this one? This is great blocking by the O-line. This is funny, though. Barton has not had a great couple of games. This is a great gap defense. He ends up, I don't know if they hit knees right here, but Barton falls down, but he still gets the block in. I love it. Booyah. And then, you know, you got the freight train coming. 78. Wow, bam. And then everybody's just blocked up, man. You love this. And I think Barton took guys out as he was falling. This is pretty. That's how you want to see it. It would have been nice if 19 would have blocked his guy, but, you know, can't have everything. I think if he would have got that block, this might have gone to the house. It was a big hit on White. White took a lot of hits in this game. A lot of hard ones, too. That was a hard one. That's a good blocking by the offensive line. Now, I love how Barton got tripped up and just dove forward and took a guy out. That's the kind of attitude you want, right? Okay, I love this play too. This motion route here is just crazy. This is Tez right here, right here. Look at this. Whoa, bam. This route, I don't know where this is new and it is beautiful. I love it. He runs like he's going to do a go right here and then curves inside. And right, he's right in the middle of all of it. I mean, it's weird. It's like it goes from a wheel to a post or something, but it's very smooth. He does get bumped right here, but you know, I don't know. This can't be an option or a choice because Baker throws with anticipation. He throws before Tez gets open here. He knows Tez is going right here. See? Boom. I absolutely love that route. And this guy, 27, had no idea what was going on. He got a nice bump right off the snap here. He's like, bam, I got you. Slow down. And he turns around. He's like, whoa, he's way over there. What's going on? It's like, what? And it's designed very well. You know, I mean, they're pulling guys away, leaving that middle open. What is it with our defense we have an issue with all dang time? Middle of the field. Guess where we hit in this game all game long? Middle of the field. They copied our defense, man, to their detriment. Booyah. If he could have kept on his feet. I like Tez, man. I want to see some more stuff with him. I was very excited to see him in this game. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Worse, man, he could be a beast when he wants to be. This snatch and trap is just beautiful. And watch him take this guy down. 94. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's one, that's strong. Two, that's technically perfect. The only thing I would have loved to have seen here would have been the pancake at the end. But just look at this. Gets him. Look, he just wham. Oh my gosh. The strength. Just the oh, it takes him down. And 94 is not a slouch. That guy's good. And I would love to have seen where he puts a hand on him to like hold him down. But man, pancake him. Yeah, Tez is fun to watch, man. Tez is fun to watch. He reminds me of Bucky Irvin. It's like every time he gets the ball, you're just like, oh, what's he gonna do? You know. But yeah, I love that route, man. That route was pretty. The whole play design was pretty. I mean, we were going to have somebody open deep. Some of the stuff that Grizz is doing is reminding me of Cutter. You know, Grizz is really focusing on the deep ball routes, and he's scheming guys open. We're definitely going to see it later. We did it in the Philadelphia game in the second half, too. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be fun. I mean, he's wanting those deep balls, man. Grizz wants those deep balls. Okay. I like this, it's an orbit motion. It doesn't really fool anybody, but it's the razzle dazzle stuff I like. You know, he comes over and then orbits and gets the hand. He gets the handoff over here. Boop. That's Sean Tucker. And then you got the train parade of elephants in front of you. Bah, 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 bah. Good stuff, man. I like the razzle dazzle. That was a nice line in front of him, man. Nice line. 77 does not block this guy. It's not his fault. It really isn't. He's got some speed going on, and by the time he sees that guy coming, he can't really slow down enough. Still, good yards. I like the razzle dazzle, man. You got to keep the defense on their toes. And it makes it fun. It's fun for the fans, and it's fun for the players. It's one of the reasons why Kansas City is such a fun team. You know, that razzle dazzle. Okay, now this is the exact opposite of a good play. This was an ugly play. I think there was some type of breakdown in communication here. It's a quick throw to White on the outside. That was real quick. But there's nobody out here to block the outside linebacker. Wirfs kind of looks at him. I don't know if Wirfs is supposed to get out there, but the way Wirfs is standing and setting, I don't think that was his assignment. But it's just not a good play. And White takes a huge hit here. That's not the play I thought it was. But he's a little shook up. That's a big boy. White took a lot of bad hits in this game. On this play too, Breedison gets thrown to the ground here by 99, I think. Right there, yeah. At 99 is good. Williams, he's really good. He just snatches Breedison down. Boom. Oh, and then he slips. Look at that. Little bit of slipping on this game. All right, next play, we score a touchdown. And A lot of it's because their secondary is lost. Now, this is a 3rd and 15, too, by the way. 29 is covering Shepard, and 29 gets lost in coverage. It's an excellent read and pass by Mayfield. I don't know if he moved the safety with his eyes here. We can't see that detailed to clear the space, but I think he does, and it's really nice. So where is 17? I'm not sure. I think 17's down here. Yeah. See, 29 totally lost. 17's wide open. But that's not the touchdown. I mean, as you can see, they're all over the place. We got 1, 2 guys open. Here's who he eventually hits. This is a beautiful pass. It's almost exactly what they did to us. Their guy's out of position, right? But the way this safety stays with this that inside post makes you think that Mayfield was looking like he was going to throw there. You can see at the last second, Mayfield kind of turns his head right before he throws right there. So I think he was making it look like he was going to throw over here. And that's what drugged this safety that way. Because there's no other reason why that safety would go there. There's already 2 guys coming. But, it separated, gave him some space. Beautiful pass. Beautiful catch. Not a problem at all. And I really wish we could see Baker's eyes here. But yeah, their coverage was just all over the place, man. I just can't tell if he's. See, to me, it looks like he's looking like right here. And then right at the last second, right there, he turns his head that way. Just enough, man, just enough. Don't know. I might be reading too much into that. Beautiful play, though, man. Beautiful. That was as good and almost the exact same. I'm telling you, there was something weird about this game where they were copying each other the whole game. You know, these boots to the left, this play right here, it was almost exactly what they did to us to get a touchdown. You know, it was wild. There's more to come too with that. This is a beautiful, beautiful play by Parrish. He saves a touchdown here. I really like Parrish. He has really grown on me, man. I wouldn't say he's playing veteran football, but he's not playing like a rookie. Okay, so it's a toss, right? They run it out here. Here comes Parrish, right? He's got this big dude gonna block him, right? Boom! He sheds that block and makes the tackle. Wham! He saves a touchdown right there. I mean, that's a big dude that's trying to block him up. And he takes him on. Not only takes him on, sheds it, makes the tackle. I love that. That's the kind of crap you want to see right there, man. From your rookies. Who is it? I think that's Tyke here. Yeah, he gets dragged down, but it really doesn't hurt too much. It actually takes 10 out of the play. He gets clobbered by Yaya. Yaya kneed him right in the ribs, too. I bet he ain't feeling too good. I love that play by Parrish, though. Saved a touchdown. Of course, they get a touchdown later, and it's because this is the one that we looked at yesterday. Zebra, I think that you wanted to look at this one, right? This is the Dennis and Levante issue Now, I really went over this play. It's definitely miscommunication here, busted coverage. It's a bit. I'm not exactly sure whose fault it is. It's definitely man coverage, so that makes it a lot easier for us. McCollum goes with 89. This guy. Okay. McCollum's right here. So he takes 89. 89 goes. That leaves this tight end, this guy, and this guy. And 78 is probably eligible. I'm not sure. I don't know. Normally they'll say on the sheet, but it didn't. So I don't know if he was eligible or not. Anyhow, so they got to cover this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, possibly this guy. All right. So anyhow, McCollum takes that guy. Right? He ends up taking the running back. And David does nothing. Okay? Dennis ends up covering 89 as well. So there's some miscommunication there was. So you end up with two guys on 89. David does nothing, and neither does Riddick. Now, Riddick looks like he's playing zone to me. Looks to me like Riddick is eyeing the fullback. Okay, and the fullback blocks, so Riddick just kind of keeps an eye on him. But he calls out that tight end getting loose. See, he's looking in the backfield. I think he's looking at that guy. Right? You got McCollum is going with this guy. He comes around. I don't know what Dennis is doing here. I don't know what he was supposed to do, but he ends up getting in the way of this guy. But anyhow, nobody's covering this guy. David, basically because he's not doing anything, he should have picked up on this. And I don't know why he's just standing there. And also because it's a miscommunication on defense, I got to blame David because that's kind of his job now. You know? But I honestly don't know who was supposed to cover that guy. But it is man coverage, so somebody had that responsibility. And I don't know who it was. But you can see David turn around and yell at Riddick right away, which makes me think that Riddick was supposed to take this guy. So you'll see David turn around right there. And he's like, that was your dude. What's that guy doing out there? So again, yeah, you can see McCollum's following this guy. And I don't know why Dennis gets up in there. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. You know, I don't know if he's spying the quarterback and then just runs into the... Oh, is that 18? Is that Bobo? I think Bobo's 19. Anyhow. But you can see David immediately turns around to Riddick and is like pointing. He's like, that's your dude. So that leads me to think that Riddick messed up, but Riddick knowing what to do is David's responsibility. And David just stood there. So I'm blaming David. This is my coffee, man. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. Yeah. Right, Rampage? Oh, man, I tell you, that is the one play that has just made me so mad at Levante David. You know, I love Levante David. I really do. He's a great football player. But that Rams game, I was so mad at him for that play. Oh. Thanks for bringing that up, man. Okay, this was an interesting play, and I wish it could have played out. There's a penalty on Otten for this, for illegal formation. And I, just like the announcers were like, they didn't see it. I don't see it either. I mean, I kind of do, maybe. He's lined up right here, you know, and technically he's supposed to have his helmet or his at the waist of the it's supposed to be right here, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. If he was bent over more, I think this would have been okay, but because he's standing up, his helmet is not, it needs to be in line with the center's waist, but it's not. So, I mean, it's ticky-tacky. It really is. But this play was really pretty, and I wish it would have played out. We get a free blitzer coming in, so Mayfield has to throw it, and he throws it here to Godwin, who makes the catch, and of course gets clobbered. But man, if this play could have played out, I think we would have had something special here. Because look at this, he's heading, he's gone, and he's doing go, and neither one of them were going to get caught. I mean, these two guys are. This guy is not ready. I mean, he's going to have to pick one of them, And this guy was in no way, shape, or form ready to catch this guy. And you can see it here. He just blazes right past him. Woo, look at that. Man, this would have been a special play, I think. I mean, look at Egbuke. And it's right here. They all just split. And this safety is just, he's done. He's cooked. He don't know who to pick. Or he wouldn't have known who to pick. But unfortunately, Baker had to get it off. Now, Baker could have thrown it here. Wish he would have. But he was getting blitzed. And plus, with the Otten penalty, it would have came back anyhow. Look at this screen. It looks like retro. I was going to do that. I was going to make it like all retro looking, like an old 80s television and stuff, or 70s television with the lines and static and everything. I could still do it. But anyhow, yeah, 3 comes in untouched. It's a nice blitz. He's lined up with Godwin, and of course, Mayfield sees the blitz. Godwin does the hot. Bam. But I would have loved to have seen those routes play out, man. All right. This is a beautiful juke by Egbuke. It's not really much of a juke as much as it is just smooth operator. It's a great play call. Baker works a lot with his eyes on this one. You can see he keeps his head to the right, drawing the safety over there during the play. So where's Egbuke? Yeah, here's Egbuke right here. This is the smoothest juke you'll ever see. In and then out. Oh my gosh. It was so smooth too. This guy was like, I got you. Oh, you think you're going to go inside? Oh, crap. Done. Beautiful. But watch Baker keep his head to the right this whole time. And at the last second, he looks over to the left and zings it right there. So he's got these safeties heading this way because you got these guys coming. They ain't paying attention to this over here because Baker ain't looking at it until right there. This is some good football, guys. This is some good football. All right, let's watch his head. Okay, right there. See, he's looking to the right. 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 Left, and then zing it. Woo! Man. That's like perfect. And then look at this line. He had 4 seconds and nobody got within 5 yards of him. He could have sat back there for 6 seconds. Yes. There's nobody near him. That's 4 seconds he had. Right? Zing. Ah. Man, but the problem with Baker, and we've seen it a lot this year, is he doesn't have that cannon, I mean, he could throw the long ball, but it's, he's not Jeff George or Michael Vick or, any of these, throw it 80 yards down the field on a rope, and so many times we've seen the receivers have to slow up a little bit. Like on this one, Buka had to turn around, catch it backwards. But still, absolutely gorgeous, man. Everything about that. Great play call. Beautiful juke by Egbuka. It was so smooth, too. Great eye work by Mayfield. Everything. Great offensive line protection. Just makes you proud to be a Buccaneer, man. Let's watch this touchdown just for the heck of it. I ain't got nothing. I got no notes on it, but which one is this? Oh, yeah, pitch. Just walks it in. Now, the one right before this, I think White got clobbered. Yeah. Yeah, White gets clobbered on this. 13, Ernest Jones the fourth. Just lays him out. And White is supposed to go over here, but there's a wide open hole, and you'll see it from the end zone angle too. He makes the right decision, but 13 comes across and just nails him. This is a beautiful stop by 13. I wish 77 would have got his arms out right here and just slowed him down a little bit, maybe. But wham, look at that. Oh, goodness. White made the right call here on his decision. He's supposed to run behind these guys here. But that hole is just calling your name. And, he sees 13 come and he prepares for the hit, but 13 just lays him out. It's like a brick wall. Wham, look at that. Oh, woof. Let's watch it in real time. Oh, thanks, Tom, by the way. Real time. Wham. Oh, my gosh. Bam. I mean, you can see White's back leg buckle right here. Right there. Look at this. Ugh. I forgot about that one. I didn't have that one marked. I've got notes on just about every play, but okay. Here's another special teams one. Now, this was another mistake on the kick. This goes in the end zone. Right here. You could see it. Here's the end zone. You can see the ball right there. And lucky for us, this guy doesn't let it bounce in, because then it would have came back on the 35. He catches it for some reason. I don't know why. And then takes it out. But here's what I want you to see. Remember, we were looking at our special teams and how we twice didn't block a single person. Look at how they got people blocked up here. Blocked up, blocked up, blocked up, blocked up. They just create an alleyway. Look, blocked up, blocked up, blocked up. These two tripping over each other. And this just keeps happening over and over and over. Special teams, man, we got to do something about it. Got to do something about it. Okay, now, I wish I had my soundboard, I used to use on the podcast with Booger McFarland talking about tight ends telling teams stop blocking defensive ends with tight ends. But you can do that when the defensive ends or outside linebackers are not that good. Here we go. Tight end blocks up Braswell all day long. Just blocks him up, takes him out of the play. A little bit of holding there too, maybe. Right there, maybe. I don't know. He lets go of him pretty quick. Still, it's annoying. I don't like seeing it. You know, you should be throwing this dude. I mean, right there, you should be throwing him. Decide which way you want to go and throw him the other way. That's what the good ones do. All right, now we are in the fourth quarter, y'all. Here's where the fun stuff starts. This is great heads-up coverage by Nelson. This is like a totally veteran move. This is a boot to the right this time. And Nelson goes in. Here's Nelson. Nelson goes in. You know, he's good. He's looking. He sees, is it going to be a pass or a run? And then he says, oh, he's booting. So Nelson knows, you know, boots are almost always the same routes. You can actually see him. He turns around to look. He's like, where's the middle guy? Where's the mid guy? I'm going to cover him. Look at that. He runs out there and covers him. That's some heads up stuff. Takes him out too. Takes him out of the play. Darnold ain't got nobody to throw to. He's got this guy covered and this guy covered. But lucky for us, he didn't see that this guy got wide open. Look at this. Look at that right there. Darnold has not crossed the line of scrimmage yet either. I think the line of scrimmage is right here. So Darnold could have thrown this, but he doesn't see it. But yeah, I'm really impressed with Nelson there. Just taking that receiver out. And I don't even think that was his responsibility. You know? I mean, he's going in the rush. He sees, is it going to be a run? Oh, no, it's a boot. And then he just turns around. He's like, okay, let me cover the mid receiver, mid-level guy. Really nice. Good job, Nelson. That's what you get with those good veterans, man. And also in the back here, was it 23? Tyke Smith, I think it is. Yeah, Smith. He gets pulled down. It's very strange, too. I can't see what happens. To me, I don't see a hold, but it's got to be a hold. Tyke Smith calls for one immediately, and a lot of the guys call for one, and the guys on the sideline call for one, but I don't see it. I mean, it looks like right here. Okay, he's going, and then right there, it looks like he gets pulled down. But I've looked at it from so many different angles, and I don't know where it happens or how it happens. Because, I mean, here's the guy's arm. And from the other angle, but you can see he's like immediately calling for it. Right after the play, he's calling for it. They're all calling for it. But for the life of me, I can't see it. I mean, it obviously looks like he gets pulled down, but even from this angle, you can't see it. I mean, look, his arm is like right here. I don't know where he's holding him at. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe if we get the broadcast version, we might be able to catch a glimpse of it or something. Okay. Oh, this is a pretty one, man. This is nice. Man, I love me some Vita Vea. Vita, where's he at? You know, Tom, I'm leaning towards that Nelson should start, man. But you know, he's been here for so long and he's never really gotten a chance. I mean, he did there for a little while, didn't do much with it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Got to do something though. Okay, here's Vita. Right? Boom. He takes 76 and throws him and then just fills this gap, man. Just completely fills it. 26 is like, oh man, I ain't got nowhere to go. And then because he's disrupted the whole middle of the line, if you watch, 61 tries to chip him here and just gets bumped off and thrown off balance. Vita throws him off balance just by bumping him. Bam. So 61 is off balance. 76 is off balance. Vita steps in the hole and just takes up this whole area, right? 26 is like crap. And then 54, because 76 is not able to do anything, 54 is able to come around. And then because 61 is off balance and can't do anything, who was that, 23? I think he comes around too. And it's just a sandwich. Vita just disrupted this whole play by himself. Booyah! Love me some Vita. One bad thing on this is you get to see Yaya gets taken out by 18. Yeah, you know, that shouldn't happen, man. I'm sorry. That's a wide receiver, y'all. And that wide receiver wins this battle. You know? Just, man, come on. Our edge guys. Oh, here's some more edge stuff. Ugh. Okay, Riddick gets pushed back. Okay, here's Riddick. And I think it's this guy. And you're going to see a trend here where they just always start running away from the good guys and going towards, but look at, okay, no, it's 88. This tight end blocks up Riddick and it pushes him 3 yards. 3 yards back. Okay, that's fine. Right here, you're like, okay, Riddick, make the tackle. Nope, doesn't make the tackle. And then it gets pushed back another, what is this, 5, 6 yards? 7? So he gets pushed back 10 yards by a tight end. Don't like it, man. Don't like it. And they run right at him. Got to be able to get off of that. You know? Let's look at it from the end zone angle. We'll be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, here he is. Okay, 18 helps a little bit. But right here, you got to throw this guy, man. You have got to get off this block. I mean, 26 is coming. That's your guy. That's your responsibility right there. That and who else? Who is this? And him. He's getting blocked up by 18. Anyhow. I mean, there you go. You're supposed to get off of, but then 88's just able to drive him back. He can't make the tackle because 88 is manhandling him. It's like, come on, man. Can't be having that. All right, here's some more Vita. My boy Vita. He had a good game, man. He beats 75 here. Woof. Look at that. He was right there, too. Darnold had to get this ball off. You don't want that big man meat coming at you. That's a lot of man. Yeah, he just goes right by 75. 61 tries it. It's a double team. He splits it. And he's like, yep, I'm coming. But then, of course, this is that one where you're like, are you serious? Levante David misses a tackle? And that's what I'm saying. It's got to be so annoying for these guys up front to get pressure and then have crap like this happen. I'd be throwing stuff. I'd be angry. All right, we are zipping through this. Oh my gosh, it's 11:15. Dang. Hope y'all ain't got nowhere to go because I want to finish this up. Oh man, there's a lot to go to. Okay. We are in the fourth quarter, right? And y'all tell me what this defense looks like. All right, y'all tell me what this looks like. They've got two guys covering grass. We got this guy over here covering grass. He's covering grass. And a guy wide open in the middle of the field. I mean, I don't even know what it is. Quarters maybe, but with one underneath, I don't know what this is. But it definitely looks like something Bowles would draw up. They're blitzing like 6 or 7. Looks like 6. Wide open. Just wide open. Definitely looks like something Bowles would draw up. So we're going to confuse them by leaving guys open in the middle of the field. They'll never see it coming. This one, y'all know I like players with a little bit of fire in them. I didn't realize Tez Johnson was a little feisty dude, man. Watch, he comes into the picture here, right here. He's blocking 29, and 29 gets him good. Wham, right there, right? But then Tez sets his feet and comes right back at him and makes a great block here. Wham! I love it. And then 29 gets mad at him, watch, and the play's over now. Running back's out of the whistle's already been blown. 29 pushes Tez. He's angry at Tez, don't even pay no attention to him. He's like, you ain't nothing, man. I like that. I was like, I like Tez, man. I like me some Tez. I didn't think he was a little feisty dude, man. Like Shepard. Okay, this one. This is, I think, the only sack in the game. Charlie Heck gets beat by 7 here on the inside. He goes inside. This guy comes on the outside. But Heck just gets beat on the inside. This is just bad. That's some good handwork right there. Woo! And then Heck just stands there and watches his quarterback get sacked. He helps him up, though. That's cool. Honestly, though, our offensive line played pretty good. The first offensive series was really rough. But after that, man, they kind of locked it down. Oh, man. This one is infuriating. Infuriating. Huh. Okay, run. Boom, look at that. Look. He never gets touched. That running back never gets touched until right here. Right there. You want to know why he never gets touched? I'll show you why. Guess where they run? Let me see. You got Levante David over here. You got Vita Vea over here. I'm not sure who that is. And then you got Logan Hall, Servase Dennis, and Reddick. Where do you think they're going to run? Oh, my gosh. Reddick gets completely blocked out of the play by a tight end. Look at this. Just down blocks him completely out of the play. Servasier gets blocked by a wide receiver. And then Smith gets blocked by Cup, but, that's an okay matchup there. But then Logan Hall, again, down blocked, completely out of the play here. Completely out of the play. You got to be, look, here's Riddick. Look how far, look, and here's Logan Hall. They're 10 yards away. 5 anyhow. They got blocked 5 yards out of the play. And this is a 22-yard run, and he never gets touched until he runs out of bounds. We got to learn how to get off blocks, fellas. We have got to learn how to get off blocks. Can't be having that. All right. Man, I don't know if I could stay on much longer. Okay, this is a great, great read by Smith, Tyke Smith right here. Is that Tyke Smith? That's what I got in my notes. Anyhow, great read. He sees it coming. And man, he should have had a pick six right there. That should have been a pick six all day long. I mean, good pass defense. Can't knock him for that. But at the same time, you're like, man, just you got over the top help. You should have went for it. That would have been a pick six all day long. Yeah, they just get pushed right out of the way, Rampage. It is very annoying. Because it's kind of like their job to not let that happen. Okay, y'all know I always complain about Bowles' defense where we got guys running the spots and they'll cover their grass no matter what. They never carry, and they stick in their zones like flies, and it's very annoying. Well, McCollum doesn't do that here, and he gets burned right here. I really love what he does here. He carries with 11. This is cover 3. He carries with 11. I mean, that's beautiful. I love that. Make sure, that he's got him. He's carrying. But he carries too far, and he doesn't come back into his zone. And this guy comes over. He doesn't see that guy till late. Right there, and he's like, oh, crap. And then, of course, catch, touchdown. The one time they do what I want them to do, and they get burned for a touchdown. He just carried way too far, man, and he didn't see this guy coming, I don't think. But I was like, no, they'll never listen to me again now. Now, this one, I've been talking crap about Reddick, and I've been talking about Yaya, but this is a 4th and 2. This is outstanding play by both of them. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. He gets around, great bend here. Ooh, gets hold of Darnold and can't get it. And then Riddick comes in, alligator rolls, gets right out of it, and then boom, touchdown. Now watch what Riddick does. This is nice. And I've been sitting here complaining about him getting blocked up. He dodges 2 guys here. He beats 2 blocks. 88 tries to block him. He olays him. Woo-woo! Nice. And then 26 tries to block him. He olays him. Woo woo. Oh my gosh, that should have been a sack all day long. Both of them. But then just can't get it. And then it turns into a touchdown. So annoying. All right, what are y'all talking about, man? All right, I'm gonna have to go through the rest of this. We only got like 10 plays left. We could do it. We could do it. Everybody's still good? Everybody's hanging in there? All right, here we go. This is a beautiful, beautiful route. I love this. I love the whole play call. I'm really trying to get a grasp on Grizz's concepts, and I'm starting to really like what I say. I think we're getting more of a feel for it because of the offensive line is what, I think the first few games he really had to reconfigure stuff. So it wasn't the true offense we were going to get. This is mirror routes with a high-low in routes, which is pretty neat. And it works perfect. It just, the middle is just so wide open. And it's the perfect call for the cover four. It really is. And, I was talking about Tej Johnson. I really like him. So anyhow, you got the two hitches, right? Two stops, mirror. And these guys are mirroring too, except one goes low, one goes high. This is so beautiful. And of course, you had a check down over here too. But it just really, as you can see, they're all just kind of stuck, the defenders, because you can't cover this route with this defense. You can't cover these routes. There's nothing they could do. Nothing they could do. And then this is with, time was running out, or we were worried about the clock. And I loved this. Tej Johnson standing here, right? Who is this? Amike? I think that's Egbuka. Caught the ball, right? And we want to run up and spike the ball real quick. Tez yells out, "Throw me the ball." You can see him. He's yelling there. "Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball." Egbuka gets up, throws him the ball. He turns around and gets it to the ref so that they could get it set up and do it. I really like that. That's some heads up stuff, man. I was like, yeah, okay. Little things like that. I love that route though, man. Against that defense, that was like perfect. This was not so much anything we did, and we almost messed it up too. Kate Otten gets wide open because of their busted coverage right here. They get so confused with this. And you got to remember, their secondary was all busted up. So Kate Otten, he pops off. These two carry with him. He goes with him. Kate Otten is wide open. There is nobody. They don't even know he exists. Unfortunately, Baker doesn't even realize he exists. Look, Cade's looking over here going, is this real life? And Baker gets flushed out and he finally sees him and throws it to him. And then Otten's off to the races. Look at that. There's nobody. There is nobody. They busted up so bad. They messed up so bad on that coverage. Boop. And we're driving down the field to tie the score up right now. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. And then we eventually do it with this play. This was an interesting thing, and this kind of goes with what I was saying earlier. Shepard, you can't see it on screen here. It's cut off a little bit. But Shepard grabs the defender and throws him out of bounds and then comes running in, and he's wide open. That's legal, y'all. As long as the ball ain't in the air. And unfortunately, you can't see it on the end zone angle either. But yeah, Shepard just grabs him and throws him out of bounds. And then Shepard's wide open. And look at Baker Mayfield's off-platform Superman throw. He's in the air, kicking his leg out, getting that maximum twist. He's like a cabaret. Anyhow. All right, we're almost finished. Okay, this is the interception. We looked at this one yesterday, but I wanted to go over it again. This is an excellent blitz by Winfield. He comes in. They're not expecting it at all. He hides it very well. You've got, who is that? Servatier comes inside, taking up the running back. Running back doesn't even see Winfield coming either. And Winfield, boom, hits Darnold as he's throwing. And I looked at this on so many different angles. Did Servatier tip this ball or not? I still don't know. It looks like he does because the angle of the ball changes right there. And then it hits Logan Hall in the helmet. Heads up play by Levante, which I think he was probably maybe not going to intercept this ball, even if it was a good pass to Kupp, but he definitely probably would have defended it. And then boom, interception. So everybody did good on this one, man. We got Winfield coming in. Servatier not only blitzes and takes up the running back, but then he gets by him and possibly tips the ball. And then Logan Hall, getting triple team, uses his big old noggin to deflect it up. And then you got Vita. Now, Levante gets up and goes to run. Winfield intercepted the ball earlier, and they called it back for a BS stupid call. And when he did, I like to look around and watch the blocking that goes on, because then all of a sudden the defenders have to block the offensive guys. And sometimes you can get some really funny stuff out of that, but we didn't get anything on that one. Okay, Payne Durham. Here's 99. I think the rest of these are pretty much going to be Leonard Williams. He just tosses Durham. This is what you do when you're being blocked by a tight end. Okay, this is what you do. You watch and you see where the runner's going. See, he's watching. He's not even paying attention to tight end. You watch, and then you see he's going to the outside. So then you toss the tight end, and then you tackle the running back. Although, who is that that's running? White. When he tosses Durham, White's like, yep, nope, I'm going back this way. And 99 is good, man. He is good. Right here, he sheds Wirfs. He worked Wirfs in this game. Now Wirfs worked him some too, but he sheds this block here and makes the tackle on White. Look at that. He throws Wirfs. Gets off that block, gets in there and makes a tackle. That ain't easy to do, and you don't see it often. See it in real time. Wirfs is a big, strong dude, man. You don't see him get handled around like that. Here he is with Wirfs again. This is not a good look for Wirfs, but it just goes to show how, look at this, snatch and pull, man. That takes him to the ground too. Wirfs got himself in a bad position there and then just yanks him down, takes him to the ground. Not that it matters. Just wanted to point out some of that Leonard Williams stuff. Okay, this thrilled me to death, right? This is victory formation, but we're not doing a victory snap, but it's victory formation. Look who's back here. That's Tej Johnson. I tell you, I got so excited because we're going to get to see if we ever do get victory formation. That's Tej Johnson back here. I called it. I called it too from week one. I said, they're going to put Tej Johnson back there. And when we do victory formation, he's going to do some kind of crazy backflip or something. He doesn't do it here. But I was thrilled to death when I saw this. I was like, oh, yes, they got Tej back there for the victory formation. Right there. I mean, that's victory formation, but we don't run. We were just clocking it there. And then, let me see. One more. Yeah, this was the game-winning field goal. And Payne Durham, I like Payne Durham. He's just very excited about this. You can see, watch him. He's like, yes! And he takes his helmet off. Yes! Then they all come over and they all catch the flu. Swapping germs over here. I like that excitement from Payne. Even though he was getting tossed around by 99. So anyhow, that was a great. I really enjoyed that All-22, and it was fascinating to me at how both teams were really, really mirroring each other. And I don't know if it was designed, if they did that as a coaches thing to each other, because you'll see it a lot with coaches where they'll take plays from the other coach that they're getting ready to play or that they're going to play, and they'll put them in the thing. It's almost as like an homage to them, you know? But, you know, it was just wild seeing these two. The offense and defense were so similar. We were running the same plays, especially those boots to the left. That was wild. And the deep balls, a lot of those routes were the same, and it was fun, man. That was fun stuff. But I've really enjoyed seeing Grizz's offense start to come to life here. And some of those routes, some of those concepts he's got, I like, you know. And unfortunately, the running game didn't pick up on this, but we had good blocking. I don't know why. It was almost like we kind of abandoned the run a little bit, you know. Don't know. And I think we did because their back end was so weak and disorganized that we were like, let's just hit the back end, man. And we did. We just started pounding that stuff. It was nice. That was a good game to watch. That was fun. That was fun All-22, man. Only thing that we got to do something about our edge guys. You know, Tom, Rampage, you guys, y'all have talked crap about Yaya, and I've carried water for him. I think I might be done with him. You know, I think I might be done. Because he had opportunities in this game and just seemed really just kind of lackadaisical. Didn't really try hard, it seemed. Don't know. Anyhow, what are y'all saying? Gotti, what's up, man? I didn't know you were in here. Cardinals game, right? I wanted to get you in here because I was trying to get everybody to go to the Miami game until somebody mentioned it was in Miami. I was like, what? Cardinals game. Going to the Cardinals game. So if anybody's going to the Cardinals game, speak up. Oh my gosh. I'm way off. Emeka, right? Ebuka? Oh, what would happen if Vita got hurt? I know, right? You know, it was okay in 2020 when he broke his ankle or his foot, whatever it was, and he was out he was out for the whole season. But, you know, we had guys. We had JPP, we had Shaq, we had Levante, we had Devin White. You know, our front was really still strong. Levante's not having a good year. I mean, I know he came up with that interception and stuff, but it's the same thing we saw last year, man. The first half of the year, he struggled. And it's this place calling. He can't focus on playing football because he's got to try and get everybody in order. And there's so many rookies on this team, or, you know, new guys anyhow. And he's having to get everybody in line. And it's just not his stick. I don't know why Todd Bowles does that mess. It makes me so mad. Thanks, Zebra. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and watching this stuff. I'm glad there's other people that like it. I could literally do this as a full-time job and 10 hours a day. I love it. You see so much stuff, that you don't see on the broadcast. It's a whole different game. It's like watching the whole game again, but different. And it's a parallel universe. I ate right before I came on. Well, about an hour before I came on. And then I've been sitting here drinking coffee. So I'm not really hungry. Molly's probably got dinner ready, though, and she's probably mad at me. Has she came in tonight? She might be sleeping. Rampage, we wanted to draft front this year. We ended up with a wide receiver. So next year, they'll probably draft a quarterback in the first round. Now, what I've seen from Elijah, the two Elijahs, I call them the Elijahs, I really like. They're not getting enough snaps. They got a couple series in this, and they did well. Not enough for me to really point anything out, though. They were solid. I really like that Elijah Simmons. He's a big, strong dude, but he's got real aggressive side to him. I like. So, maybe those guys, when they get up to speed, we'll start seeing more of them. Logan Hall he's not the dude. I'm sorry. I don't understand their fascination with him. It's kind of the same way it was with JTS, man. They just kept him and kept him and kept him. And I'm like, what are you doing? Chris Braswell, again, I'm glad that they're not forcing him on the field. He got, I think, one series. He didn't. I think they're pretty much done with him. Yeah, I think this is Logan's last year, right? Isn't he? This would be his 5th-year option, right? Or was he? He wasn't drafted in the first round. That's right. He was drafted in the second round. I always think he was drafted in the first. But it's because we traded down. And this is the last year of his contract. I can't see us re-signing him unless it's for pennies. Yeah. Yeah, this is his last year. Yeah, this is a contract year for him. He's getting blocked 5 yards out of the play. Can't be doing that, man. He did have that one great spin move right into the quarterback. If he would have just did something after that, that would have been great. Kancey can't stay healthy. And we might be having that issue with Morrison. Same thing with Jamel Dean. Done with him. Can't stay on the field. You're a liability, I think. You're getting first team snaps during practice. Somebody else could be getting those snaps. Somebody else could be getting better, Oh yeah, I'd love to have Max. He's always played tough. Yeah, he's got a motor on him. Do you think Oakland's gonna? I mean, man, the fan base, what little fan base there is with the Raiders anymore, they'd be so upset if they got rid of Crosby. I mean, are they talking about putting him on the trading block or anything? Or are we just wishful thinking? All right. I guess I need to get off of here, go see if my family's still here. This has been a long one, man. Almost 2 hours. All right. We'll see what the rest of the week looks like as far as live streaming. I got stuff I got to get done. I need to get on, though, and we'll talk about the upcoming 49ers game and get everybody's score prediction. So we'll probably do that tomorrow or maybe Thursday. Don't know. Man, I would want out of, man, I don't know. I really thought the Raiders were going to do a lot better this year. What's happened with them? What's going on? They just ain't got no oomph. It really surprises me. That's all right. Pete Carroll will get them in shape, man. He'll get them going. Do they not have a defense? Something's wrong. I know Gino's been throwing a lot of interceptions. All right, I got to get off here. Rampage. And fellas, I appreciate y'all hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you one day this week. I'm not sure. I got a baby coming in a couple of weeks, so we're really scrambling to get stuff done. So I'll be on not as frequent as I would like to be or could be or usually am. So just keep an eye out. Get your notifications. Hit that like button, subscribe. Do the notification thing too, so when I do get on, you can get notified. But until next time, guys, go Bucks!